Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Great Wizard Bukake, your host. Our anti-heroes have killed Straight Stick. The Forsaken completed his mission to get Grandpa to pee. Quinny kept his new kingpin Remy Pancake alive, and Grandpa Warwick forgot who his real and fake friends were. What will happen now that Grandpa Warwick turned into a werewolf? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
Well, Grandpa Warwick is a werewolf. After making a new best friend, reminiscing about love and loss and vague wars against undetermined enemies, Top Gun Maverick style.
Mostly yourself.
Mostly yourself. Having a pee, having a wicked piss, as they'd say in Boston, having many drinks foisted upon you by Big Buddy, your grandson, who is the son of your recently remembered daughter, who is maybe dead. We don't know.
She was nice, though.
She's
nice.
You attempted to save your best friend from a fiery death at the hands of the Forsaken. Meanwhile, Quinny, a.k.a. the Hitman, after failing to convince Straight Stick's ex-wife to move against him, you recruited Remy Pancake, the deadliest man with the name Pancake. It's a low bar, to come with you to try and take over Twin Songs as part of your attempt to win the attention of Nine Fingers and reestablish the guild and generally fuck up the Nightmare Lord's shit. So, having defeated Straight Stick, you are confronted with Remy, who's been knocked to the side, and a wolf. What do you do?
We had a strange metaphysical question, Tom. The Forsaken, though technically following the rule set of a cleric, can't heal because atheism doesn't heal the wounds of others. So there becomes a question of, can he remove a curse by punching someone in the face?
Jesus Christ. Why can't atheism? Why can't there be healing in atheism?
It sounds like it's just a matter of perspective for him.
The Forsaken has never healed because there are no gods. He's never used it
what
for
does that
healing.
have to do with healing?
Because that's a cleric power of lies.
This is the same guy we've always known, except now his beliefs work against our interests.
Okay. All right. Another question that is also probably relevant that I need a Laura answer from is...
How drunk is this wolf?
Yeah, because I got to imagine that physiologically every persona would be similarly affected. If one is poisoned, they would all be poisoned.
I would assume so.
Okay, so we have a drunk wolf.
That's cool.
So I haven't read anything in the changeling rules that say effects are like negated when I change form because I've been doing it all the fucking time.
Yeah, because there's also like a wild shape thing, right? Where there's a lot of like you take damages, whatever, and then you just transform back into your fleshy body and you're fine. But this isn't
different.
that.
This is the same body.
Because you're not wearing like a mystical version of yourself.
No.
So, okay, so we've got a drunk werewolf. Ryan, to your question. Okay, well, the thing is, the Forsaken, as we've established previously, doesn't believe he's inverted butthole. Based on our previous conversations. So theoretically,
inverted butthole.
Yeah, just sit with that one for a bit. I could imagine, and this again falls kind of to his psychological state. If he wills the wolf out, then it's not healing. It's like, I want to punch the wolf off of you.
That's what I'm saying.
But I also don't know that he would think that's possible, because if you've transformed into a wolf and I punch you, you're just a wolf I punched.
Well, Quinny knows that he has this mental block about healing. So, I mean, I have a gambit as Quinny of just... it'll just be like, Forsaken, you have to use your hatred to kill that werewolf. Grab him and just hate. Just hate the shit out of it.
But it's our friend.
No, it's a ferocious beast, I'm assuming. Or are you like...
Yeah, what does this look like?
Laura, the player, I don't think has any control over this wolf we've established. So
Yeah, just a proper giant hulking scary werewolf.
So we can keep talking or it'll start killing us.
Yeah, I'm giving you like one quick discussion before.
So I have to kill it?
Grab it and hate it.
Hang
Use
on.
your hatred.
Juniper / Moss / werewolf. Can you roll me a you see, this is where I wish will was still a thing. Let's go with a wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
See, I'm hoping to just give you a little push at the top of the hill.
23.
And just drive
23.
itself.
Okay, so you notice that the wolf has its rankles up, is like scary as hell. Again, coming from the gumbo, this is no regular wolf. But is also just like standing there, like hulking full wolf, snarling at you, but isn't moving. Having trained a lot with Crendon, you have some modicum of control over the wolf. Not necessarily enough to drive it around, because he basically trained you how to weaponize your hate to pull a thing from Quinny. So like you're good at destroying with it, but you do have some modicum of control over not opening the gate.
So I think I'm probably just like swaying a little bit on my feet and kind of like wild eyes looking around, seeing like what to destroy.
Fair. Okay, so the wolf is not moving on you yet. We'll see what happens next round. I'm going to treat these as combat rounds.
God, yeah. This is Quinny's like Quinny sees like the kind of vague confusion of like, what are you asking me to do exactly, Quinny, coming from the Forsaken? And he's going to double down and be like, focus your hatred into your fist and punch that werewolf and banish it. That is brought on by that's a paladin, right? So that's a god's magic right there, and you need to say no to that.
Can you roll me persuasion?
It's not really a god's magic.
I'm
Well, and then deception.
Yeah, I don't care what's true right now. I don't want you to be a werewolf.
Yeah, I think this is definitely deception. That feels accurate.
Ryan, can you counter roll me
6?
maybe Arcana? Religion? I don't know. I don't know what Forsaken. How would he?
You know what? This should be a wisdom, because if this goes wrong, I know how this goes wrong because it's his internal thing.
Okay.
We don't like lying to the wisdom stat. That's a 19.
That is a 22.
Yeah, there we go. Great.
He says, there are no powers because there are no gods.
And he raises his fist to punch Quinny in the face.
He's just, gods provide nothing for me or for you.
Quinny, you're about to get punched in the face by the Forsaken. What do you do?
You know what? Maybe this mess will just sort itself out if I remove myself. I don't want to get punched, so I'm like, come on, Remy, let's just back off here.
You need me to stab that werewolf?
No, stop stabbing people.
It's okay. I hurt from getting hit in the side.
Yeah, stop it.
Okay. He just like starts crawling away.
Yeah, I'm just giving you two distance.
Wait, are we going outside?
Forsaken,
I am.
You were ready to punch Quinny, so if Quinny's just walking away, you get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is a 18.
That hits me.
Okay.
I sense an uncanny dodge coming.
That'll be 7 damage.
I don't want to write this in pen. Yeah, I'll do an uncanny dodge and half that to 4 damage. We'll
Yeah,
round
that
it
sounds
up.
about right.
Yeah.
Yes, flee from the might of a man. A real man.
All right, so now having punched Quinny
Now you're
out
a
of
real man in a burning bar with a werewolf.
having punched Quinny out of your way, Forsaken, how do you want to handle this werewolf?
Well, Death Wolf, perhaps you and I could ally ourselves.
Can you roll a con check, please, Juniper?
Con?
Yeah.
Natural 1.
You just vomit everywhere. Just this wolf is not, wolf constitution is not built for alcohol. So you just hork and start throwing up. It makes you
It's
enraged.
like a dog.
Yeah.
Do the-
Ooh.
and then just wide mouth open.
Yeah. So eating too much grass, you ate too much barley. So, yeah, you throw up everywhere, and I'm going to say this enrages you, so you now have disadvantage on your checks to not attack. You're mad about it.
So, just basically on my wisdom save.
Yeah, on the wisdom saves to not rip out the Forsaken's throat.
Perfect. Perfect. Jesus.
Forsaken, can you roll me a persuasion check, I guess?
Yeah, sure.
That is a 26.
I mean, listen, Death Wolf, this guy's making some sense. And though
Death Wolf.
I guess I kind of control the wolf, but you sort of have control of the wolf, so we can just negotiate this together.
Sure.
Having everyone who has spoken, aside from Crendon, who has spoken to the wolf previously, has seemed soft and squishy, something to be eaten and feasted upon. This creature of violence speaks to you. This creature makes sense in a world of violence.
You and I and Captain Puppy could tear this town apart.
And that's sounding pretty good.
I still feel like he'd have to beat me in a fight for me to really respect what he's saying.
Then fucking jump him. Go ahead and roll.
Do you want us to roll initiative then to see who makes the first move if there's a leap? Because he's ready for this if it's going to go
Sure,
ugly.
then yeah, go
We're
ahead.
in a burning bar standing over corpses negotiating.
This is the best metal album cover I've ever seen.
All I'm saying is that if we're going through the stupid mechanics of me having a fucking alpha, then I have to imagine
Understood.
that he would have to
Beat you in a fight.
beat me in a fight.
Strength recognize strength. So. I understand. It's a Sigma Squad thing.
Stupid fucking thing.
Buying into the alpha thing as a wolf, as a werewolf. That's very funny.
I got an 8.
This is initiative?
Yeah.
18.
All right.
I mean, this checks out.
So let's go with since you want to beat him in a fight, would you be? No, I don't think it's like grapple me. It's like no, you got to fucking
I'm
win
fighting
or
a
die.
werewolf. We're not. Yeah, this is it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
all right.
fighting for survival.
Let me
is...
pull my stats then, I guess, and you can snarl things over top of the werewolf. Yikes! Okay.
Snarl.
Snarl, snarf.
Snarl.
I was not expecting I would need this, but here we go.
You introduced the alpha.
You got bit. It's not my fault.
You bit.
You brought the werewolves to the party.
Top of the round, Death Wolf, you leap at the Forsaken, full of rage and teeth.
Sweet.
You do the rolling, and I'll tell you what to add because I've got the wolf stats here.
18.
18. All right. So you get 3 attacks. So 2 with your claws and 1 with your bites. So we'll call that the bite off the top. You get plus 11. So that's 2d12 plus 6.
Damn. We gotta all become
16.
werewolves, you guys.
16. 16 just on the die? Or did
No,
you
it
add
was
the plus
10
6?
plus 6.
Okay, great. Yeah. So Forsaken, that's 16 points of damage, and I need a con save.
Oh, that's the bite?
Yep.
Oh, we might all become werewolves.
Look, I would love to play this strategically, but
That's not who we are.
it's not.
Con
not
save is a
true.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. No wolf for you. Take your claw attacks.
It's a 5
Plus 11, so 16.
and a 9.
Plus 11 for 20. So I think the 20 goes through. I assume
I'm at AC 24.
Oh, shit. All right.
This is
stuff.
still the adamantine armor
Good.
plus
Yeah.
T-Rex
Good.
shield,
All
just
right.
painted black.
Fuck yeah.
So the claws ping off of it. So that yeah. That brings you to the end of your turn. Forsaken, you've been bitten by a giant wolf. What do you do?
I see it is fisticuffs you desire. Unfortunately, I use a hammer.
And he is going to lash out with all of his atheistic might. So
gonna
he is going
die.
to attack with his hammer. Use his Goblin Jr. advantage. Captain Puppy is with him in this battle of wolf on wolf. That's still not great, but he'll take it.
This pack is full, Goblin Jr. says to himself.
I hear it.
That would normally be a 14, but he is going to use an amplified hell fart of fueling his atheism with it, so it becomes a 24 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, great.
God damn.
That will do. That will do 10 damage plus.
Tom, I just want to make sure this wolf becomes like the full chair transformation as well. Like everything transforms, like the one that. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like a wolf in a wheelchair.
No, because it's like an uncontrolled thing.
Yeah.
It pulls that in, which will have disadvantage for. You've already used it once today, I think. Didn't you use it for? Or no, that may have been a few sessions ago. Okay, so then this will use up that slot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's. If you don't have that available and you turn into a wolf, then you would likely have mobility issues. I think the wolf wouldn't stay in the chair.
Yeah, but I think that makes sense. Yeah.
That will do 10 regular damage plus 13 radiant damage, though it looks dark in reality. And the weapon is silvered, Tom, because Moonlight Bringer was silvered way back in the day.
Well,
so 23.
Yeah, it doesn't deal double damage or anything. It just ignores your resistances and immunities.
Okay.
Yep. And then he is also going to loose his chain shield, just spin it around on one hand, and now it's doing that throwing out spinning blade thing to chop into this wolf as well.
Is that arranged?
That is it's technically his spiritual weapon. It's just it's the bonus action. It's just the flavor.
I'm sorry, I forgot the reality we were playing.
The multiple layers of skins over this traditional reality.
Foolish Tom.
So it will also be attacking. That is a 29 to hit.
Yes.
Great, and that will do.
Or your AC is 18.
18. Okay.
And that will do 18 radiant damage. I don't know if that gets past the stats or not, Tom. I leave that up to you and your knowledge of werewolves.
Is the shield silvered?
It's technically a magical weapon because it's the spiritual weapon. It's dealing radiant damage.
Okay. It's dealing radiant damage.
Does it just say on the card how that's
from magical attacks?
Now, I have resistance to damage from spells. That's not the same, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, because you're a totally different stat line because it's replacing your whole character sheet with werewolf.
Okay.
It's not a persona.
Yeah. However, you do have, and it's just pure radiant.
Sorry. This is
this is slashing, right?
This is force damage.
Force damage. Okay, you don't have anything for force damage, so you'll take that full hit.
The full hit. Okay.
Yep.
That happens. And he just says, all I wanted was for us to ally in the forces of darkness.
Maybe you should try channeling your hatred into your hand and
I'm doing
him.
that. I'm channeling my hatred into my
the
hammer.
bar crackles
No, not your
and
hammer.
burns
your hand.
around you.
You fucking just pissed. It's like, oh god, I thought I had the
Help me, Hitman. Let us prove we're the alpha.
Your friends
I am helping. Use your hatred and banish him. Banish that wolf. He's a paladin's power from the gods. I know you didn't believe me before.
There are
but
no gods. Shut up,
do you
Quinny.
believe me now? He's kind of hitting you and biting you.
Yes.
Magic and godfully.
Monsieur le Hitman, you will forgive me if I think perhaps these are not the best flippers for me. One of them is an old man who becomes a wolf. One of them yells a lot.
No, Remy, they're not your problem. They're my problem.
I see. You have terrible friends.
That statement just got me because it's realizing Remy has no context as far as he can tell. Quinny's team does consist of an old man who becomes a wolf.
And whatever you are.
Like a psychopath.
All right. So back inside, top of the round, Juniper, you regain 20 health.
Hey!
You have regeneration.
Yay!
All right. I assume just chomp it down.
Yeah, I
All right,
have
so
to.
go ahead,
One of us is
roll your
healing.
bite.
This is the bite. That's a 5.
No dice, and then go with the claws.
16.
Plus 11. So yep,
That
that'll
goes
hit.
through. And 3, which will not.
No. All right, and this is 2d8 plus 6.
2, 9 plus 6, 15.
15. All right, so that's 15 to you, Ryan. And then, given that you're having a difficult time with this, you feel sort of still vaguely boozily, just a howl grow deep in your belly, and you let out an earth-shattering roar, summoning wolves to you to aid you. So
In the city of Baldur's Gate?
You know that like roving packs of wolves problem?
Oh.
Magically summon dire wolves is the actual call the pack ability here. So
Fucking sweet.
You let out a howl. They aren't here yet, but I rolled very high, so you hear howls in the distance echoing your call. All right, the Forsaken.
These paladins' abilities are a curse, I say. They're a curse, the Forsaken. If only there was something you could do to banish the powers granted to them by a god.
I don't know what you want from me.
I need you to figure it out. You got your own weird rules, man. I'm just trying to tee you up.
He's just wading into combat. He knows what he's here for. He doesn't understand why Quinny's not doing this. This is very weird that his friend is not helping him. Just chomping on a cigar, just fighting a wolf. All righty. He's going to take a swing with the hammer.
You mentioned last episode that you weren't smoking because you were delivering beer, but I like the idea that with all the fire...
He started smoking when he started talking to the wolf.
Take the cigar and just lean into the flames to light it.
It's just flavor, but the moment he's like, I think you and I could make something happen.
Oh, I was just going to say, the building is on fire, so if you wanted to relight that cigar, you just turn in any direction.
It's just beret-clad, all-black armor fighting a werewolf with Captain Puppy. It's fucking cool as shit. All right, he's going to take a swing with his hammer for his attack. That will be a 24 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, and that will do 10 damage. That is with the silver hammer, and that will also do 9 radiant damage for a total of 19 from the hammer hit. He will have his he's got his chain shield also attacking, and that will be a 16, but he will use his second health fart to boost that up to a 26 to hit. And that will do... That'll do 20 force damage from that.
Christ.
And then he also has the ability to use what was formerly called hammer hands, but is now just unholy rage to attack again with his hammer, which will be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Which will do another 5 regular damage with the silver weapon.
Laura, are you under half health?
Yes.
Okay. I think you stagger away, having been squarely thrashed.
Okay.
By this, and recognizing that a creature of violence such as you lives here. Here's a question: do you think the werewolf tries to talk? This is a weird one because it's like it's an infection, but it's also a persona now. Like,
I mean, I haven't really thought of it because I didn't create it.
Mm-hmm.
You could talk to Captain Puppy because you both speak wolf.
It might not, because also we've established you're not fully in control of this, so this is still like
I don't think so. We might get there, but not at this point. It wouldn't feel right to be able to.
Yeah, I feel like this is like Moss trying to puppet a thing that had like an infection, basically. So okay, so that makes sense. So the wolf kind of like there's no like bows down to you or anything, just kind of like steps back with like a growl of begrudging acknowledgement. There you go. I guess Moss, since that's probably who's at the core of this. Can you roll me a... What would you say governs your ability to transform?
Charisma.
Charisma? All right, roll a charisma save, please.
16.
16. All right, I will roll for the wolf, and I'm going to make this a...
Do we need to be worried if when the direwolves show up, there's no more werewolf?
We're going to find that out. We don't know that that's happening. We just heard a howl.
All right, I rolled very high, so the wolf remains for the moment. But Moss, inside all of this, you can basically start to see where you can find a wedge to force your way through. If this thing isn't in full murder mode, almost impossible to get through. But when it's not, there's a quiet to the mind that is easy for someone who has your ability to break through. So we'll see over the next little couple scenes here what happens.
Sure.
And bring it back. Okay, so you've calmed the wolf. What do you say and or do, the Forsaken?
Yes, begrudging respect between murderers. You and I, Death Wolf, truly do belong together.
And at this point, Quinny outside the bar with Remy Pancake, you see a dwarven woman wearing just a very long priest's robe that's tattered and very much part of the faithless, come running with with a great axe that she's kind of twisting, and she just kind of runs up and to a stop, seeing you and Remy, and kind of looks past you to the bar and says, "Oh, you got a wolf problem in there, huh?"
Maybe. Who were you?
Oh, my name's Renee. I'm one of the faithless, and I want to help the straight stick in there. Can you roll a perception?
That's a good perception.
Did you roll a 2?
I did.
You son of a bitch.
A total of 7.
Well, I rolled a 1 for a total of 1. She is clearly flustered and lying and looking furtively over your shoulder at the wolf. Not with any fear, but just kind of clearly trying to see past you in there, and does not seem to be concerned that the bar that Straight Stick hangs out in is on fire.
Okay. I mean, this is turning into a whole day, So it's like, you don't give a shit about Straight Stick. What are you really doing here? Who are you really?
I'm one of the faithful.
You're not. Gang. Stop it.
No, fuck. Look, do you know that? Do you know that guy who's fighting that wolf in there?
I know them both. Yeah.
You know the wolf?
Yeah. Are you from Dust Hawk Hill?
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Zog is gonna kill me. Yeah, I heard one of my clanmates call, and I came to help. Are you like? And she sniffs you. And she's like, wait, no, you're not. You don't have it. What are you guys doing hanging out? Are you part of the wolf's crew? What's going on here?
Nope. Yeah, don't have it. Thought I did for a second, but I kind of dodged it.
Oh, I'm really sorry. That must be really disappointing for you to have to just live a life of being a sack of shit.
Knowing the building is also burning, I think this is when the Forsaken, Captain Puppy, and Death Wolf might come out.
Sure.
Having reached this moment of calm and acclaim between the two of them, the only thing you notice, Quinny, as they step out is, using ash, the Forsaken has painted a skull onto the werewolf's face, so it matches the Death Wolf iconography of the past.
What color fur does Moss Wolf have?
Know that we've established.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Yeah.
It's never been around more than a brief
frame.
frame.
We try to get this thing out of the room ASAP. I have another question as we're setting the scene. Is depending on the persona that was in the spotlight, does the werewolf, do they change into a werewolf? It's a different flavored werewolf for each persona? Or is it its own thing? Okay.
It's its own thing.
Okay.
I think.
Thought that would have been cool.
I think it's probably because it's so instinctual and Moss doesn't really have control. I think it probably came out as similar fur to Moss's skin tone and eyes. So it's very, very pale, almost white, with black eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a Gary Busey wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a black skull painted on the face.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. The eyes are colorless, so they're also a pale, the lightest gray.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
And there's already a white alpha, so there's impersonation.
We've got a pale wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you're making allies, Hitman. So am I. This is Death Wolf joining us in our march into the darkness.
And I'm taking a look at this werewolf. Does it look properly healed, like HEEL? Has it been brought to?
Yeah, and I'll also say, because Laura, the wolf, Death Wolf, has regeneration, so you're now back up to full health.
Yay!
Just by not getting punched for
Just by
a few
letting
rounds.
That was rough.
Can it regenerate silver damage? It's different than trolls with fire?
Yeah. It's,
interesting.
So silver, the way it works on werewolves is... Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're correct. Silver delays its healing. So if it's been hit by a silvered weapon, then the trait doesn't function at the start of the werewolf's next turn. So in theory, I got that wrong, but now that you're not hitting it,
it'll be healing up as we're watching
but it basically
it's
just
happening.
pauses their so yeah.
I still would have been below half health.
Yeah, right.
Like more so actually.
Yep, all good.
Yeah, you got the shit kicked out of you there.
Yeah, as long as you have 1 HP, you can regen. So yes, very much a troll situation just with silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing that this wolf is tamed, I guess this werewolf is. And well enough that you were able to basically put your hands all over its face and massage in a skull motif. I'll say, okay,
it's a good wolf.
Cool. And, as long as it got done, kind of thing. I wanted remove curse from a cleric, but this works too, I guess. Still horrifying and menacing. Great for our image. Echo, werewolf, I'll take either one. I'll say, I'm glad you two made up. This is Renee. Renee?
Yeah.
Yeah, Renee. From Dust Hawk Hill.
I'm part of the... yeah.
One of Zog's loyalists.
Would you like to join our pack, Renee? We have Captain Puppy and Death Wolf.
Wait, so you're not part of Zog's pack? Oh, shit.
Yep, and I just breach of contract out and just prison shanking immediately.
And Renee is like over, just jumps around from behind and starts prison shanking from the other side.
Yeah.
Remy, just being like, you are a traitor to the faithless, you are a traitor to the pancakes. He gives you a wink. Like, this is fun. This is a nice thing we're doing together. As he also has to get out of the way because breach of contract is...
It's a little longer. It's a short sword, but it's not a dagger.
I'm imagining just what you said with like Remy being so like happy about it. I imagine it like the Shaun of the Dead attack, like to music, like stab.
Yeah, it's all cute. It's all fun with like nice prison shanking, and then just the Forsaken's T-Rex tooth shield comes through and just stabs through the eyes into the brain, spraying everyone in blood. It's immediately not fun anymore.
Yeah, Remy looks down at his clothes. He's like, perhaps I was wrong. You'd make a good flipper after all. Pardonnez-moi. And he just vomits off to the side and staggers away, wiping blood and gore off of him.
Yeah, Quinny, who's a little more used to that kind of action, just wipes some gore out of his good eye, and we'll say, right when she got here, she said she was responding to, the call, the howl. There might be more coming, so
if we wait,
Snarl.
we could kill them all.
We're not going to get a chance like this one again. They're going to see her dead.
Laura, can you roll me charisma?
Oh, is this thing going to eat?
21.
You revert back.
Okay.
Who'd you revert into?
I was trying to be Echo, but it's been a couple rounds. So do I need to roll a die?
Yeah.
Do I
No,
randomize?
because you're transforming out of wolf. So I don't think you would transform out of wolf into wolf.
No, but we chose other personas. Like we did a
randomized
D8
with,
before.
Oh, that's right.
With
That's
my
right.
other personas to see who I'd become when I unintentionally became a wolf. Before.
Because you trained with Crendon, and this is before that was like you get it punched out of you and something weird happens. This is Moss actively seizing control. I think you can transform into whoever you want.
Okay, I will become Echo then. Echo's the most equipped to deal with the horror of being a wolf.
Great.
Strangely. 6-year-old child.
Welcome back, murdered child.
Hello.
Hi. All right. Picking up where we left off, there might be more of her coming, but we need to establish him as the new kingpin.
Some other werewolves to me.
Yeah, I don't know if more are coming or not.
Whoops.
Well, perhaps they should face an army of the faithless and whoever our barfing man is.
My name is Remy Pancake. I am the kingpin of this territory. They are my flippers now.
Diamond didn't want to do it.
I understand. I'm just... The rebrand here is embarrassing.
I think that's what's gotten in his way his whole life is the Pancake name. But he demonstrated a good amount of what would I call, I guess, he got the theory of it down. He had a pretty good plan.
He's doing a lot of stabbing,
I'm
which
not
speaks to me.
Thrilled with the stabbing,
I
if I'm
like
being
the
honest.
stabbing.
Do you
Do
know
you
what,
want
let's-
to play
Let's take this one block to the left.
And he just wants to walk everybody around the corner so we don't stand here waiting.
One moment before we do that, and he grabs the body and just hurls her into the fire. Says, if the werewolves come back, I want them to smell their kindred in there so they don't,
See, that instinct's good.
This is what I'm saying. I think the pancake name is getting in the way of a lot of what would be really good potential.
We're a block over.
Okay, Remy, it's time for a conversation. You may not know, but this is the Hitman. I am the Forsaken, and this is Murder Child.
Hello.
This is the one who wants to play knives.
Yes.
Always.
Do we play that with other people where we stab them, or do we stab each other?
No, we try. Well, there's several ways to play it. Sometimes they like to stand across from each other, and then you throw knives, and you see who can get as close to throwing a knife to each other, like the other person, without stabbing them.
That sounds very dangerous and kind of fun. I'm a bit worried. How good are you at throwing these knives?
I'm excellent.
Okay, you tried with the little guys there, and if you don't hit him, then...
playing
We
knives.
play knives. We just need a wall.
There was plenty of walls here.
No, I'm
step inside an old clothing store.
I'm putting my foot down right now. We are not playing knives.
We're not going to play knives with me.
No, we're not going to play knives.
What if we play one knife?
We're not going to.
Like
everyone,
singular.
children, we are
Yes.
not playing knives. We are staging a kingpin coup.
Oh, yes.
And it's half done.
I'd like to circle back to where I started. I am the Forsaken. This is the Hitman. And that is Murder Child.
Hello.
You are a pancake man.
Oui, Remy Pancake.
That name strikes fear into no one.
Yet, that's why I do all this stabbing. Soon they will fear the pancake.
Are
They
you
will wake up
afraid?
and say, I do not want pancakes this morning. And I will say, too bad, stab.
See, the problem with pancakes is they're highly desirable in the first moment, and then you quickly get sick of them.
I'm going to roll a perception to see if he understands the threat. He does not. I don't know. I mean, it's a delicious meal. You have one. No one ever stops at one pancake.
Are you afraid of us, pancake man?
Yes, you are very scary, but you've installed me. I'm your ally. I'm your friend, as the Mr. the Hitman told me.
We have things to do. We'll be here to install you, and then we leave, and you will be left with your pancakes and your flippers.
My parents
neither
worked
of which.
very hard to get where we are. As the pancake name, it means something to me. It is important to carry it forward. A legacy. Surely you must understand the Forsaken. You put your logo on this wolf. You're branding things. You understand these things.
I do not understand the value of family. It is a weight that drags you down into the dark and strangles you, where the gods betray you and leave you to rot.
That is very scary. So carrying the family name suggests I will do that to my enemies.
Make me afraid of a pancake.
I ready another repelling blast in case he tries to stab the Forsaken.
Thought has occurred.
Because the Forsaken's retaliation will be swift and total. And 1d10, hopefully he can just take that from me and get pushed away to rethink his choices.
So Remy Pancake sizes you up, and he does that like little guy trying to look impressive to a bigger guy kind of thing. But also like your armor is terrifying. You're soaked in gore. He watched you blow up a head a few minutes ago.
Echo quietly to herself is just singing,
Know your place, or I'll stab you in the face.
I'm going to add inspiration to Remy because he thinks you're talking in his favor.
All right.
no.
Remy is demonstrating just how not cut out for the job he is.
Yeah.
And he finally just kind of like juts out his chin a bit and says, fine, Monsieur Le Forsaken, maybe the name is not scary enough. Fine, take from me this thing that drives me. Your hatred drives you. Yes, your lack of faith in the gods drives you. You take that from me. You take away this thing that gives me confidence and power. What name should Remy have then if it is not Pancake?
You're Remy Darkness. Because there's nothing there. No past, no future, no legacy. There is just a yawning emptiness in you now, Remy. An emptiness that will carry you through to your own gang.
Okay, well, I have a lot of graffiti I need to amend if we are going to drop the pancake name.
You don't need to do that. The pancake man is dead. Your darkness now. Every night is yours.
Okay, well, I guess Remy Darkness. I shall go talk to my new gang. Yes. He's like clearly bummed about this. Fine, I go talk to the faithless to say you're the darkness gang now. Ooh.
I'm looking at him.
The night.
I'm looking at him in his response to losing the pancake, the rights to pancake. Do I get a sense of like this is going to impact his performance as a kingpin? Like, was it all about the pancake name for him? Like, it's just like, what's the point of being a kingpin if I can't be the pancake kingpin?
Well, I mean, that's a lot of insight for
it sure
Quinny
is.
Brownbarrow.
I'm asking for whatever I can get from just watching this guy's shoulders drop and be like, no, okay.
I guess.
I was going to say, it seems like you built a pretty big assumption on what you think the reaction is.
Give me an insight. Also, for the record, with the with the inspiration, he still only had a 13. That's why he was able to eat that argument.
Insight, no modifier, so just a 15.
15? Yeah, I think you've spent enough. Like, the thing is, you spent enough time with Remy, but also in your kind of life of thieving prior to Dum Dums and everything, it's like you've seen this guy.
Yeah.
Like this archetype around. Usually, you know, back in your pre-Dum Dums era, this would have been, you know, an up-and-coming thief who is desperate to keep their name, but doesn't have the skills of Quinny Brownbarrow in order to do it. Hell, you pre-jail kind of was this guy.
Yep.
So, yeah, you recognize it's not so much... He legitimately does seem to care about his family legacy and carrying it forward, but not at the cost of being a kingpin. Like, he's not going to walk away from this because he can't carry that forward. Also, he did say he was willing to work under Nine Fingers, and the combined threat of everything around him right now is... what you're really seeing is someone who understands that they will be a kingpin, but not the leader of the guild. He's crumpling.
Fine, okay.
He's bummed out about the loss, but he always knew he was going to be under someone's thumb. He just didn't expect it to be you guys, is kind of the vibe you're getting.
Okay. That's fine. As long, I had like a little confidence boost in my back pocket to be like, oh yeah, you can still do pancake things, but if that's not necessary, then I won't deploy it.
I mean, his charisma is gone, so he has to go talk all these people into it. And the swagger you've previously seen.
I'll pull my arm around his shoulder and kind of take him around the corner of this alley and just like, hey, I'm going to show you what your new darkness logo is.
Where are you going?
This is like we're doing a bit of the panache, the salesmanship of, you know, Remy Darkness. We're going to workshop the character here for a second. You just brood.
Oh, okay.
And just take him around the corner. Just we're just a little out of sight. And I just say, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. And I have minor illusion as a cantrip, so I just throw an image on the wall that we're near. And I'm like, look at that. That's the Darkness logo right there. It's this big black disc eclipsing this white disc, the sun being eclipsed, being absorbed by the darkness. Now, in minor illusion again, the disc is now a golden brown and the sun is a dinner plate. And I said, now look at what it could be in time. Right now, snap fingers, just eclipse the sun being blotted out. But with time and patience, pancake on a plate.
Can you roll me persuasion with advantage?
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Persuasion still not good.
After all this work, he's just going to be like, but that's not my name.
Yeah. So that's a 14 persuasion.
Doesn't fucking matter. Anything above a 1 works for this guy. You are right. The griddle is always darkest before the dawn. They shall see the burnt pancake. They shall know the darkness is there. And then slowly, once they understand my brilliance, it shall turn a perfect golden brown. I shall not burn them anymore. I shall feed them with crime.
Oh gosh, that's great. As whatever you need to get you there to just be your best self, I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me that you understand that for the time being you are Remy Darkness, and that is sun being eclipsed. Look me in the eye right now and tell me.
Quinny, just the full walk from like, you're not pancake
bets,
to like, I'm going to make you pancake proud, but don't you fucking talk about pancakes.
I need you to understand that we are setting you up for success, and it's yours to lose.
All right, it's a high enough roll. He nods. And this thing about pancakes is everybody likes them. Everybody wants a pancake ultimately in their life. But if you leave them out, then everyone comes to your short stack, takes your pancakes, and then sometimes there are no pancakes for you. I shall keep the pancakes secret. I shall keep them in the darkness.
Good. Just once again.
I am Remy Darkness.
Perfect. Beautiful.
And I shall go recruit my flippers.
The darkness and his flippers, I'll take it. And I would bring him back around. I was like, okay, he's on board with the darkness. It's great. He's very excited about
Excellent.
All right.
Remy Darkness and his band, The Darkness.
Well, listen, I believe in this thing called love as much as the next guy, but could we not call them the flippers?
No, that's embarrassing. We talked about that. You're not a pancake man
fine.
anymore.
So I'm the darkness, and my gang is also the darkness, so we're just collectively the darkness.
Yes, spooky.
But you're Remy Darkness.
Yes.
Kingpin of Twin Song.
Yes, and this will become... They will become like my family. They will be the darkness. They will carry that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Great.
Spooky makes me... That I like. I should have opened with that. Remy can get behind being a bit spooky. Okay, also, just real talk. Do you think Remy's daggers are too small?
I think your handles are too big.
Well,
I think those are normal-sized daggers.
I wanted them to look impressive.
And you have big, ridiculous handles.
I could not afford any bigger daggers, so I bought these. And
so you went all in on the handles.
It is what I could afford. It's cheaper to get a nice handle than it is to get a good blade.
Well, all I'll say is it's not the size of the weapon. It's how you use it. Remy, you're a creature of the darkness now. So what that means is use your weapons well and they will be feared.
And Remy nods. He says, I think I understand. And he just walks down the street. Walks into the warehouse you guys were in before, and
still burning. Oh no, warehouse. Okay,
yeah, the bar's burning back up the street. Quinny, you've seen this play out before. You've seen the Forsaken inspire someone to go lead a gang. Led to some eyeballs being destroyed last time. He walks in, takes his daggers out, and it's just time repeating as he walks in. He says, "Everyone, straight sick. He is dead. You are bored. You are tired of sitting around watching your criminal enterprise fall to shit as an old man sits in a bar and cries about some lady who is admittedly running a much better operation. Well, here's what I say. I say we take that operation from her. I say we do to her what I just did to Straight Stick. I say we establish ourselves as the greatest gang in all of Baldur's Gate, under, of course, our new compatriots who are to be respected, and you help them if they come to you for help. Yes, good. For you, me, them. That person, them over there, anyone else you have, tear off your vestments. You are faithless no more. You have faith in something now. You have faith in Remy Darkness. For we are all the darkness, and we shall bring an eclipse to this town. A golden brown, looks like Quinny, completely dark eclipse over the sun of justice. We shall eclipse them all. And, make good for the Nine Fingers. We're not going to, ruin the guild or anything. We're going to work on those them. But now we get to work. In terms of you guys, anything you want to add, or is Remy good here?
I think that's pretty good. I'll say maybe you plan for taking over Diamond's territory, but Nine Fingers is going to make sure that all you kids play nice. So make sure that Nine Fingers signs off on your acquisition of more territory before you do anything like that.
And everyone's kind of you see the entire gang kind of tensed about this, and we goes, oh fine, I'll do the paperwork first, but then we take Diamond Urchin down. And literally one of the gang members comes over to you, Quinny, and she's like, thank you, we would get absolutely destroyed. This is
I know. I met her. She's got a park full of killers. It's crazy.
Wait, everyone in the park?
Have you been to the park?
Yeah,
they could have absolutely annihilated you. No one in there is there for park reasons.
They're not there for the frolf?
No. With the what?
Well, frisbee golf.
I don't want to know any more than that.
Fuck. And Remy just walks in, sticks a dagger in one of the boxes, hops up, and he says, well, get to it, darkness. Feet. And
how we have that one guy who's like, oh, thank goodness. And everybody else is all like, yeah, new boss. We love this.
Roll a 1. So, yeah, they're like, okay. Right. But again, as you guys saw, Straight Stick was letting everything fall to ruin. So literally anyone coming in with a plan that wasn't, let's try and kill my ex-wife who has a bigger army than us that we have not been approved to kill, pretty popular.
I was counting on literally anyone being sufficient when the person we wanted declined our offer.
Yeah, fair enough. So you've installed Remy Pancake. You've brought Twin Songs back to life. Is there anything you want to do here before you return to the elf song?
Well, Death Wolf regenerated, during our conversation, but
into Murder Child.
Into Murder Child as well. Sorry, yes. But how's the Forsaken looking?
The Forsaken's still beat up, but
doing okay.
Doing fine. The Forsaken just was a winner in a fist fight with somebody else who also knew how to throw fists.
Okay.
So still armored, still hard, still ready to do a job.
All right then. Let's move on to what time of day is it?
I think we established that this was the start of your day. So it was like midday when you got to the chapel because Quinny, you had to run around and do a bunch of shit. Mm-hmm. And so it's probably like late afternoon.
Okay, late afternoon. All right.
What do you think, Hitman? Is tonight the night to blow up some slaughterhouses?
Yeah, I think so. I think with ramping up chaos, we did a riot down by the water last night. We had a bar burned down here. That's kind of like...
It was an abandoned bar.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
5 of the 6 toilets had been destroyed.
Wow. That's... maybe we did him a favor, eh? Anyway, I think ramping up to exploding a slaughterhouse is a good idea. So I can't believe I said that, but so what? With what do we need? Warwick again then for
yes,
getting
we
in with
sent
BJ
him in.
and Bob.
We need him to befriend the family and lure them to the slaughterhouse. Then bang, boom, done.
Well, explosives. We need those for the bang, boom, done.
Okay.
We need so that's probably how we should spend the rest of our day, and then we befriend them and send them to a building rig to explode.
Perfect. Nothing can go wrong with some explosions. They'll light up the dark.
And Remy peeks around the corner like, you rang?
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons artwork is by Del Borovic, who can be found at delborovic.com. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Beef Not Cheese, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Adam, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.